Welcome back to another console collector video. Hey everybody, console collector here. Got some big news. I am moving again. Back in 2019, I did a game room tour of this place, and it actually turned out to be the most successful video on my channel. So I figured before I start packing everything up, I owe it to everyone to do a final game room tour. There has been quite a few changes since the 2019 tour, so there is a lot to go over, so make sure you sit back, relax, buckle in. This is the final 2020 game room tour. Let's get started. Alright, heading down these stairs into the game room, you are greeted with some posters on your left here. We've got a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire poster, a Club Nintendo, Smash Bros. Wii U poster. At the top here we got some World of Nintendo figures, Lakitu, Star Power Mario, Samus, Iggy, and Princess Zelda. Below them we just have a Super Mario poster. And at the bottom, a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Kanto map. Up here we got a Boo there. This is an in-store amiibo sign. And then a Lakitu. Over here we have a Super Mario World picture, and then this really cool Super Mario Bros. 3 picture, which actually moves as you do. Below those I have my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate banner. I got this before the DLC characters, so it's just the base roster. Under that, a Link's Awakening poster. Continuing on the stairs, you see my nest chest. Now this is the chest that my fiance made me years ago. She handmade it, super cool, even has raised buttons. You see the little Pac-Man ghost there peeking out. It actually opens up to reveal all of my NES cartridges. Keeps them nice and safe and organized in this chest. The chest is sitting on this blue trunk here, which is just an overflow of consoles I don't have room to display. On this same left wall here, we got this really cool demo poster that Panda Queen hooked me up with. Above that, another Club Nintendo Smash Bros. Wii U poster. Then we got a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee poster. This is a Pokemon main game timeline poster, starting at Red and Blue up to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now this here is my amiibo wall. This is the entire first print, open and sealed Super Smash Bros. Amiibo set. Now this is the base roster because there are no DLC amiibos that have been released or even announced at the time of this video. If you really like the Smash amiibos, I did a really cool video on these a little while ago, so be sure to check it out. So, on this wall here, I just have other amiibos that I just like, and some figures. So you see some Breath of the Wild figures there. The Me 3-pack, another 3-pack. One of my favorite other amiibos is the Dark Boo. Lots of cool different ones. I only collected the full Smash set. These other ones are just ones I like that I wanted to get. Right here you can see another 2 Super Smash Bros. For Wii U posters, Club Nintendo. This little shelf here, I basically just keep stuff that's been recently picked up or stuff that needs to be gone through or cleaned or tested, so it's just kind of a mess there. But underneath it here I keep my 4 Super Mario RC cars. My wife and myself and my 2 kids, we love to take these out and play with them in the summer when the roads are dry and sidewalks are clean. It does appear that someone didn't put one of the remotes back. Underneath that, I just have these random in-store 3DS and Switch display holders, and that tin there, I just keep all my soldering iron and soldering stuff for repairs. Here we have another Pokemon poster. Here is another Smash Bros. Wii U Club Nintendo poster. More amiibos down on this side here, including the Fire Emblem, Celica and Tiki. Below them I have my favorite Club Nintendo Smash Wii U poster with Bowser Jr. and the Koopa Kids. I have some more sealed World of Nintendo figures here, which leads to this wall. These are my Misfit amiibos. All these amiibos have something wrong, and they're still sealed, such as Cut in Half Mario, Fox broken off the stand. These ones are just loose in their boxes. Pikachu broken off its stand, and everybody's favorite, Decapitoad. Toad's head has completely come off. Below that, I just have a random Mega Mawile figure here. Got a old Nintendo poster. Pikmin is one of my favorite games of all time, so of course I have Olimar and the 4 Pikmin that were released in the World Nintendo series, all sealed. Underneath that, I have one of my most loved and favorite things in my game room. My wife made me this, and it is the Mega Man 2 boss screen. Absolutely love this thing. I do want to get it framed for the next house. To finish off this wall here, just another Pokemon poster. And then I have Nintendo Powers issues 1 and 285, the first and last issues. Then the prestigious Earthbound strategy guide. This is a Link Between Worlds poster that me and my wife made. And then a Nintendo Power Lemmings poster. Just on the floor here, I have an NES controller mat. Now, game boxes. I think some game box art is absolutely awesome, so I like to decorate my walls with them. All the game boxes you're going to see in this game room tour are childhood games or games that I really love. I don't try to collect CIB stuff, but yeah, if it's important to me, I'll get them. So starting here with, we got Spider-Man for the Game Boy, Bomberman for Game Boy Color, the double pack Dr. Mario and Puzzle League, the Castlevania double pack for GBA, the super rare Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for Game Boy complete. Games are trash, but that's a rare set. Both games on one cart. We got Super Mario Land 2, Tetris, super underrated game, Nails and Scales, Kirby's Dream Land, Radar Mission, Wave Race, Looney Tunes, Kid Icarus, Metroid 2, Operation C, Tennis, we got Golf, Dr. Mario, Super RC Pro-Am, Snow Brothers, Spud's Adventure, Amazing Tater, Toy Story, Tetris Attack, Speedy Gonzales, Balloon Kid, Mr. Chin, and finally, Kid Dracula. Over here, we have the Super Mario chest there. And then I have some reading material for guests. Got some Nintendo Powers in here, just some code books, just some really good stuff to read. Here's some more game boxes we got. Babar is really uncommon. Iron Man's another really great hidden gem on the GBA. So here I have these dressers here. On top I have my Spider-Man CRT tube TV with a built-in DVD player. Then I have a Superman CRT TV. A couple coasters there. The really cool Superman remote. Now the thing about dressers, I love dressers in game rooms because it keeps the dust off and keeps things super organized. In this top drawer, this is where I keep cases and handhelds, like my Switch Lite, my modded Game Boy Color, some DS's, my 2DS, my Vita. Next drawer here is where I keep my very small Sega Saturn collection and my DS and 3DS. Recently I was playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. This drawer here, my other Sega small collection, the Sega CD. Very few Xbox One games, some PSP games, and then I got my Vita stuff there. This drawer here, got my Wii U games, some Overflow PS1 games, and then some Genesis CIB stuff, and my N-Gage games. There's some Master System stuff in the back there. In here is kind of the junk drawer. This is where I keep memory cards and accessories and cables, just kind of random stuff, microphones and transfer packs. And I also keep a couple 3DO long box games and my Neo Geo AES complete games. Bottom drawer here is where I keep the old school stuff. My 2600, 5200, 7800, Coleco, and Television, and even my Atari Jaguar carts, some Magnavox Odyssey stuff, and then my loose Neo Geo AES games. This plastic tub here beside it, this is where I keep a lot of hookups, wires, multi-taps, just kind of random stuff. On top is just a little tiny CRT with a built-in VHS player. I kind of have a problem with TVs, which you'll see in this tour. Up here I just have a couple sealed Ghostbuster Hot Wheel cars. Up here I have the PS4 Collector's Edition of Corpse Killer. I got the SNES and NES Game Genie boxes, my top loader 3DO box. I got my front loader 3DO box. And then I got Jumanji Special Edition up there with a Super Mario sticker book for me and my son. Over here I've got some more game boxes, including my 6 N64 Fantastic boxes. And on top here I just got some Super Mario Kart 64 Wario figures and stuff, and then some Star Fox characters. I never could find the Falco, which really bugs me. And then I got the Star Fox 64 box there. Over here is where I keep my Wii games and my Switch collection, which is always growing. Down here I keep my PS4 games, which is also growing. Lots of VR games. This is my Xbox shelf where I keep my original Xbox and 360 stuff. Bottom shelf here is PS2 and PS3 games. So over here, this is my N64 kiosk. I've put in a Japanese blue and white N64, which I modded to have LEDs in the console and controllers, and also plays all games, Japanese and North American. I'm running an EverDrive 64 on it right now. Really like that kiosk. Bottom of the kiosk here, I have some 20th anniversary Pokemon stuffies, some random Koopa Kids stuffies my kid put in there, and then the Mighty Steel Battalion, 100% complete in box. I had that thing out at my last house. It's a beast. So over here is my 1988 arcade cabinet, modified with Pandora's Box 4. Currently has Mega Man 2 playing on it, which is one of my favorite arcade games. Fully functional, even has the coin slot still in it. On top of there, I just have my Telstar Coleco Pong console box. Just some generic boxes back there, PS3, 360. Up there's my Soul Calibur fight stick. This is the R-Wing from Starlink up there. So that's that little section there. Swinging around here, one of the most eye-catching things when you come to the game room. This is my Super Nintendo wall. Got quite a few notable games in here. Some questions I get a lot is, how are these hung up? Well, actually, I just put them in protectors and then put pins in between them. and the pressure holds them on the wall. I keep the carts out so I can actually play the games. I just really love the box art. Some really notable stuff here like Death and Return of Superman. A lot of these are my childhood games, even though some of them are terrible like Sim Earth. I freaking hate that game, but it was a childhood game, so I had to get it. These few games here are some of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Lion King, Toy Story, Lemmings, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Really quick story about that one. I used to rent that game weekly for a long time, and I played the heck out of it. And the rental store actually went out of business, and I was a bad boy and I kept a rental copy, and I still have it. So that's really awesome. The fact I spent probably $200-300 renting it over the years, I think I should own it. It's well been paid for. Continuing on Super Mario Kart, A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Super Bomberman 2, SimCity and SimAnt. This game's awesome. Wish more people played it. Maximum Carnage, Tetris Attack, Pocky and Rocky, and Smart Ball. I seriously can't push this game enough. It's so fun. It's a great game. Hidden Gem on the SNES. I love that game. Got some more higher end boxes here. Mortal Kombat's. I absolutely love the Separation and Anxiety box. Venom's my favorite comic book character. And yeah, I love that box. Donkey Kong 1 and 3. If you're wondering where 2 is, you'll see that later. My most expensive Super Nintendo game and box, Pocky and Rocky 2. SOS is a great hidden gem too. I call it Titanic the game. Biker Mice from Mars. Some other good stuff here. War of the Gems. That was an old rental that I loved. Got the Clay Fighters, Mickey Mouse games. And of course Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. Below that there, I just keep my laptop and a lot of my capture card and stuff I use for filming and a little fan to keep me cool. This is what we sit on in the main gaming area. It's just a reclining leather couch with 2 seats. This is my main gaming area here. This is where we do all the modern gaming, for the most part. As most of you know, I sold my GameCube collection, so it gave me the funds to finally buy a brand new high-end top-of-line TV, which I always wanted. This is a 65-inch Samsung QLED TV, and wow. Currently has Days Gone on it, playing in 4K, and it's amazing. This TV is truly awesome. I love it. The picture just looks so great on it. It's phenomenal. Alright, up top here, I just have some stuff displayed like a Turbo Booster Plus, Final Fantasy, Xbox 360. This Permastruct rental case, Silver Surfer. When I was really young, the rental store near me had rows of this. Before the SNES even came out, it was just NES games, and this rental case is super nostalgic for me. I used to rent Silver Surfer and get destroyed. Just this case really is very nostalgic for me, so I like to keep it up here and remind me of easier times. Beside that, I have the complete Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon in the Turtle Van. Behind that, I just have some system console boxes, including the Super NES Donkey Kong set. Coleco in back there. Here I have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate North American Collector's Edition. Got this really sweet promo cube from Walmart. Shout out to my wife. Then I have the PAL Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Limited Edition. And then the hardcover strategy guide. Over here. Over here, I have E.T., Sonic, and Crash Bandicoot. E.T. you may recognize from some older videos. Sonic and Crash Bandicoot, they typically hold the 2 games I'm currently playing. I'm always playing Smash Bros. Ultimate, so that's there. And Days Gone is being held by Crash, which I've completed that game and gone back to play it again. It's completely awesome. Behind there I have my Virtual Boy box, and then the Rob Deluxe set. Got a sealed blue Yarn Yoshi set there. See Hollow Knight in there, my Sega Saturn box. Up there I've got the Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu big boxes, the Laser Scope, the super nostalgic, super cool Super Bomberman Party Pack, and then my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch. Here I have the white Wii U box, an Atari 2600 Junior, and then my Gizmondo box. On the side of the stand here I got my Nintendo Switch Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in-store display. Over here I got my NES Mini, SNES Mini, and Genesis Mini. My female villager custom amiibo I did. Here's my Switch playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate dock. Here in this Pokeball is my favorite Pokemon, Arcanine. Over here's my infamous Ice Blue Cube. Got my Yeti mic there. Down in the bottom, my PS3 top loader. I got my 360 there. Got my Wii U there. This is my sound system. Down there is my Philips CDI 910. I just keep the towel on it to keep the dust off it. Doesn't get used much. Got my Retron 5 there. My Xbox One. Super dusty, doesn't see a lot of love. Then I got my PS4 Pro, and then my launch PS4 that I use just for VR. Alright, my coffee table. This thing is awesome. Most of you may recognize it. This is where I do a lot of filming for my videos. All this pearl art my wife has made me over the years, and it all has meaning to me. From the Pokemon Red and Blue sprite of Arcanine, to Geno and Mallow, Missing No, Dixie Kong, Bucky O'Hare, Super Mario Kart characters, even the cast of Earthbound and the Snow Brothers. Really love my coffee table. It's actually a layer of glass over it, so nothing gets moved or wrecked. Right over here, I have my in-store display for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I absolutely love this thing. It's one of my favorite things. My wife scored this for me from Walmart. She basically asked if I could buy it, and they said take it. Yeah, I love this thing. Surrounding it, I have some more game boxes here. Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Super Mario Advance, Super Mario World, we got Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Bros. 3, both Golden Suns, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3, Zelda 4 Swords, Link to the Past, Minish Cap, Oracle of Seasons and Ages, Zelda DX, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, my childhood copy of the Pokemon trading card game, and Pokemon Pinball. And on the doorway leading to the next part of the game room, Majora's Mask and Bowser. So that's it for the main gaming area. I like to utilize every inch I can of a space, so I try to have an organized, crowded mess if I can. So just a little pen, so you kind of get the layout here. Alright, now on to the museum section of the game room. Alright, heading into the other room. I have a giant beanbag here, nice and comfy for playing any of these multiple games on these multiple televisions. So we're going to start low here. This is my Princess Peach's Castle playset that my son likes to play with. Moving up, I have the Lee Everett and Clementine, both versions from the Walking Dead Telltale series games. Up here I have my sealed R-Zone. Up there I have a random ET record, and then a sealed copy of Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Resident Evil 2 for Gamecom. Just chilling over here. I got South Park on N64. Right over here I have my Claire Redfield sealed Resident Evil 2 figure set. I love the box art. I really like these figures. Super cool. On top of these display cabinets here, I have a sealed ETVHS tape. I've got a complete Zelda Wind Waker HD Wii U. I've got this Bowser Castle playset. Bowser is my favorite video game character. When I saw this castle, I had to get it. My son loves that too. Up here I have the Canadian exclusive Zelda Link's Awakening cups. Got Ocarina of Time Link Amiibo there. Over here randomly I have Space Station Silicon Valley on N64. I've got my arcade tabletops, Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. I've got a Boo light, a Lakitu, and a little Boo figure. They're sitting on my Panasonic Q box. This is my complete box Zelda Game & Watch. And on the side here I've got the NECA Leonardo from the first Ninja Turtles movie. Love that box art. So all that's sitting on these two display cabinets. So let's open these up and take a look inside. Top shelf here I have The Town with No Name and my Amiga CD32 from Commodore with the wild controller. Below that's my turbo shelf. I've got my Turbo Express there with TV tuner. I got AirZonk inside there. My Turbo Play promo flyer that fell over. My Turbo Booster Plus. My TurboGrafx CD system card. My TurboGrafx CD. My TurboGrafx 16 console. My favorite Turbo game, Bomberman 93. And a terrible TurboGrafx game, Darkwing Duck. Moving down, I have a sealed copy of Shaq Fu for the Genesis. I've got a Mega Drive copy of Snow Bros, which is got a fan-made cover art for Genesis. Sitting in my Sega CDX is Gargoyles, and then the Genesis Action 52 box underneath that. Here I have a sealed copy of Doom for the Jaguar, Alien vs. Predator, and that's sitting in my Atari Jaguar and Jag CD. And fortunately, my Jaguar CD is 100% functional. Under that, I have some notable rare Xbox games. Outrun Coast to Coast, Futurama, and Barbie's Horse Adventure. I've got my Xbox One Duke remade controllers there from Hyperkin. This bright green baby is my Mountain Dew original Xbox. And then I've got Stubbs the Zombie there, and Jurassic Park, Operation Genesis. I beat and completed Stubbs, and what a great game. Alright, let's open up this one here. Let's start at the bottom. Here is my kind of PS2-ish section here. Although I have a copy of Pepsi Man on PS1 there. I have an official wireless PS2 controller sitting on Seaman 2, Japanese version. This is my clear blue Ocean PS2 from Japan. On the side there I've got Kingdom Hearts 2, one of my favorite PS2 games, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City, another favorite. And then I've got my Platinum or Silver PS2 Slim, my standard black PS2 Slim, my pink PS2 Slim, and then my white PS2 Slim. And on top is the amazing Grand Theft Auto soundtrack set for Vice City. Moving up, we got my Neo Geo AES with controller, a couple games including Fatal Fury with Terry Bogard. Moving up, this is my top loader Magnavox CDI with a terrible controller and the Triforce of Crap. We got Link Faces of Evil, Zelda's Adventure, and Zelda Wand of Gamelon. And then one of the worst games ever, Dark Castle on CDI. Terrible, terrible game. So much fun to make your friends play. And now, my holy grail of my GameCube collection. This is the Panasonic Q. Again, I sold my entire GameCube collection. This was one thing that I was really missing. I had to get back. But this time, it's better. I've got the Panasonic Q, and this time I got the Panasonic Q with the Game Boy player. I have the box for the player and the console. And I got the remote this time. Right there's the Hori Game Boy player pad, shaped like a Super Nintendo. Of course, the Panasonic Q official controller, and then the Game Boy Player boot disc. Yeah, love the Panasonic Q. Definitely my top 5 favorite things in my game room. And there's just the box again. Let's scroll down here. This random thing is a Goosebumps Pog set. I got this from a Scholastic book fair when I was really young, and I absolutely loved it. And I saw it for cheap at a flea market, so I grabbed it. So it's just nostalgia for me. These two random figures here, it's Riddler and Riddler and Two-Face from Batman Forever. I got these for my birthday when I was young, and they're just really nostalgic figures for me. Up here, one of my favorite figures when I was a kid, this Iceman figure. This guy I just saw cheap at a thrift store, so I picked it up. Got a Venom and Carnage figure here again. Venom's my favorite comic book character, so I gotta show Venom some love. These are two of my favorite Venom figures I had when I was a kid. I used to call him Clear Venom, but he's actually Stealth Venom. And then up here I have a really cool Maximum Carnage Spider-Man set. And then I saw this at a discount store, and it's the Disney Infinity Venom. I don't really collect figures, especially in the box, but there's an exception to every rule. This Spider-Man poster is a Nintendo Power poster with Carnage. Up here we have my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Special Edition, my Sega CDX box, my Xbox 360 Star Wars Edition. I've got a Wonder Swan color there, it's the Final Fantasy Edition. My Vectrex box. I've just got Spider-Man for N64 sitting there. Some more figures loose. These are actually from my childhood. I kept them around all these years. And everything's sitting on my Neo Geo AES box. So in here, I have my ColecoVision with the expansion module, so you can play 2600 games on it. And then I got a complete box Atari 2600 ET, and then Ghostbusters for the 2600. Moving down, I have a couple games. He-Man for the Intellivision and Mr. Basic meets Bits and Bytes. My Coleco Gemini is sitting in the back there, and they're sitting on my Tandyvision. Below that, I have my Atari 5200, that beast. I've got my 7800 in there, and then a couple Magnavox Odyssey games on the side. And then here's my Atari XE with the keyboard and the Atari 410 program recorder, and then the console itself. So pan out, that's this little section right here. Got a mess of wires over there. So next up, something that most of you that follow the channel know and love, my N64 shelf. Starting at the top here, I have the N64 Power Glove. And then here I have my Pokemon Stadium Battle Set for N64. Apologize for the lights. Over here I have a Super Mario 64 for Japanese version, complete in box. Here I just got Banjo-Tooie, Majora's Mask, the collector's edition of Ocarina of Time, and then Banjo-Kazooie. And the centerpiece of this shelf right here on top is my Nintendo Power 100 Gold controller, which you could only get from Nintendo Power. Super sweet. Onto the consoles. We have the orange here. Now the games you see behind these consoles are just some of my favorite N64 games from my childhood. So there's Mario Kart 64. Of course, here's Ocarina of Time with the gold. Here's my favorite N64, the Ice Blue, with Super Smash Bros. And actually a really cool, fantastic promo. Here we have Yoshi's Story and the Grape. Here's Donkey Kong 64 with the Jungle Green. Here's Mario 64 with the watermelon. Now, funny story about this. When our black N64 was getting pretty old, my mom went out and said, let's get you one of these new 64s. So of course we're excited. She said, pick a color. It was between me and my sister. I wanted ice blue. Guess who wanted the watermelon? My sister. Being my younger sister and the girl, she won. So I had this one when I was younger. That's okay. It's one of the rarest ones now. Moving on, we have the Smoke Black and then WrestleMania 2000. What a lot of time I spent on that game. Quick story about that. I actually took in a bunch of my Super Nintendo games to this store called Video Game Trader when I was younger. And I traded a whole bunch of those for Superman 64 and WrestleMania 2000. Needless to say, I played a lot of WrestleMania 2000. So that's my iconic N64 shelf. But wait, I forgot these two. These two are Japanese. This is a clear blue and clear white with perfect art behind it. Same one I put in my kiosk unmodded. And then how could I forget this one? This is my Daihawks N64 from Japan. And the totally awesome N64 disk drive N64 DD. This is another one of my favorite things in my collection. There's a couple DD games in the back. The N64 DD is in my top 5 favorite things in my game room. So down here, I have a 1980s console television. This thing is old, works great. I'm all about the nostalgia, even though this is actually before my time. But I got this TV so I can play the old stuff. Nothing better than playing the original consoles on a period correct television. Right now it's running my favorite Intellivision game, Snafu. Here is my Intellivision with the voice module. And then Snafu sitting in there. Over here is my Woody, the classic Atari 2600, housing E.T. and a little Space Invader. And then here's my Telstar Coleco Pong console. Everything in this game room, you wouldn't believe how many people grab the Pong console, sit down on the carpet like the old days, and play some Pong. It's a hit. And then I have here a VCR VHS combo, just to play some old movies on this TV once in a while. And then right here, super random, I have the Best of Unsolved Mysteries TV show. That theme song terrified me as a kid, and I just like to watch it once in a while. Alright, so now we're going to move on to this shelf here. Let's open her up without destroying things. Beside the shelf here, actually, while we're down here, this is my childhood Ghostbusters firehouse. Kept it packed away for many years, and got it from my mom's house when she moved. Brought it home, and now my son loves playing with this thing. Inside, I still have my original car too. Really nice to pass down your old toys to your kids. Anyway, at the bottom of this cabinet, we have my Neo Geo CD. Here I have the Turbo Duo. This is the Japanese version with Castlevania, Rondo of Blood. The good thing about Turbo CD is it's region free. Up here I have my Vectrex with a box game. Got a multi-cart plugged in, and then clean sweep there. Love the Vectrex. And up here my 3DOs. There's the top loader sitting in the back there, behind Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. And then the front loader here. Just got some long box games sitting on the side there. Virtuoso, Dragon's Lair, Brain Dead 13, and Road Rash. On top, we've got Wreck-It Ralph playing some Fix-It Felix. My Atari Jaguar box, KK Slider Amiibo. My Jaguar CD box with some Goosebumps books there. Well, I got some Space Jam figures. I love Space Jam as a kid. I saw it in the theater 3 times, luckily. And I just have the Monstars over here on display. At the top there, I got my TurboGrafx 16 box with a Conker sitting there. And then right here, a really nostalgic VHS movie from my childhood, Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. A special anti-drug McDonald's movie. I actually uploaded this entire movie to the channel if you ever want to watch it. It's got Winnie the Pooh in it, Muppets, Smurfs, Alf, Ninja Turtles, Bugs Bunny, Alvin and Chipmunks, Looney Tunes. Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, moving on. Right here, I have a couple of Nintendo Power posters that I love. Super Mario RPG and Pokemon Stadium 2. These games right here, these 6 games, are my earliest gaming memories, aside from Mario Bros. So when I look at these 6 boxes, it really takes me back. And they are A Nightmare on Elm Street, North and South, which is a really great hidden gem. Same with Tom Sawyer, it's a really great NES game. And then we got Clash of Demon Head, Ghostbusters 2, and River City Ransom. This wall here is the rest of my childhood NES games. Kiwi Craze, Crazy Creatures. Crazy Creatures single-handedly started my love for puzzle games. Absolutely great game. And Time Lord, actually. No one ever talks about that one, but it's awesome. Got Jaws, Dig Dug, Paperboy, Batman, Tetris, some classics. Chippendale, Total Recall, Snoopy, Dr. Mario, the 3 Mario Bros, Dr. Chaos. That game is so crap, but childhood game. We got, you know, Contra and some other goodies here. Friday the 13th, unfortunately I had that. Yeah, so that's that. Infiltrator is actually pretty interesting too. So above those, I have a Super Smash Bros. For 3DS in-store display. Now this thing's actually like 3-dimensional. So you can actually like stick your hands in behind the characters, which is really cool. That's my promo Super Smash Bros. Brawl lanyard, by the way. And then I stuck in here another Amiibo in-store sign. So that's really cool. Alright, let's move to some TVs. This is my Shrek CRT. That's right. It's got a matching remote. It's literally like the shape of Shrek's head. It's a huge eye catcher in the game room, despite being in this corner. Right now it's playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Over here, I have a Bowser Stuffy, my 3 favorite Pokemon, Luxray, Arcanine, and Umbreon, along with my favorite Pokeball, the Luxury Ball. This here is my favorite TV down here. It is a Sony Trinitron Wega. Beautiful picture. Anything from PS2, GameCube, and original Xbox and back looks phenomenal on this. I'm actually running official component cables from a GameCube on here, and yeah, it beats those HDMI converters hands down. Pikmin is my favorite game, if you guys didn't know. Beautiful. Okay, inside these cabinet doors here is where I keep all the consoles for this gaming section here. Got the Dreamcast, N64, modded PS1. I got the Wii, my Sega Genesis Model 2 with 32X, my GameCube, which is my original childhood GameCube, and then I stuck on a matching Game Boy player. Then my Sega Saturn, and then my Sony DVD player. Now there's a bunch of wire mess back there because I actually keep wires handy, such as weird ones like this, so I can just grab them out and throw on my TurboGrafx or throw on my 3DO if I want to just play them quick. So over here, I've got my Crystal Xbox with some Metroids on top. Then I got my Super Nintendo playing one of my favorite games of all time, Super Mario RPG. And that is playing on this Toshiba CRT. Doesn't look as good as the Trinitron, but has a built-in DVD player. So, it's a great TV too. So that's kind of the retro kind of gaming station for the older stuff. Moving on, I've got some Pixel Pals here. It is midnight right now. But I got my NES, and then here I've got a Pioneer region-free DVD player. And here we are with another one of my favorite things in my game room, my childhood Hitachi TV. Now this isn't my exact childhood TV, that one was gone years ago, but I was lucky, I don't know, about a year ago maybe, and I got the exact same model of my childhood TV, and I absolutely love it. Sitting here on the carpet, like I used to when I was a kid, playing NES games and Super NES games, it's just, doesn't get any more nostalgic than that. It's playing Snow Bros, one of my favorite childhood games that I spent a lot of time playing with my mom. Really means a lot to me, that game. Some really great memories. Beside that TV, I've just got my fat PS2. Inside here, I just keep a lot of my favorite childhood TV shows. Home Improvement, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, Unsolved Mysteries, original Pokemon. And I got some video game shows there, Zelda, Mario Bros, Sonic, Mega Man. Bottom drawer. If you're a 90s kid like me, you probably read at least one Goosebumps book. Well, I got the whole set. My older son loves reading these too, so it was a good initiative to collect the entire original line of Goosebumps books. Over here's another TV stand. I just keep some extra movies and stuff in there. And then here, this is my Batman CRT hooked up to a PS1, currently playing my favorite PS1 game, Silent Hill. On top is my Panasonic little tiny CRT playing Are You Afraid of the Dark? This TV I got for $5 at a thrift store. It's just so small and cute. Just had to get it. Has a great picture. On top, I've got a Kyogre figure, and this really cool Bowser picture. Beside that, I have a sealed original Xbox controller with a built-in screen. Here's a sealed Wiimote. This here is a turbo pad that I had when I was a kid. I saw it for cheap at a thrift store, so I picked it up, still sealed. And then a sealed Wii Classic controller, just because. Alright, here. This is formerly my GameCube controller set shelf, so I kind of reworked it with those all gone now. Turned it into kind of Pokemon Game Boy shelf. Starting at the top, I got a DeLorean model my brother made me. Got some amiibos, including the custom Yoshi ones I did. Got some VHS promos for some N64 and SNES games. Here I have the 6 original colors of the Game Boy. Right there. And then I have the Pokemon editions. There and there. Now this Pokemon Crystal bundle, I bought this with my own money when I was younger, and I've never seen another one. It came packed in with Pokemon Crystal. Super, super cool. I'm glad I kept it all these years. And then over here I have all the main Pokemon game, all complete in box. Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Leaf Green, Fire Red, Emerald, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. Pokemon Heart Gold is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. Then we got Pokemon Pearl, Diamond, Platinum, Black, White, White 2, and Black 2. Black 2 is my second favorite Pokemon game of all time. It's awesome. And then here's my EB Games / GameStop Super Mario Odyssey Bowser flag. Don't even ask how I got that. I didn't steal it, but I got it, and it's awesome. Alright, moving on here. We're going to look at these shelves here. At the top here, I've got some limited run stuff for Switch. There's Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I've got Outlast there and Yooka-Laylee. I've got my 3 Robs up here. The Famicom Rob, Stack Up Rob, and Gyromite Rob. In the back there, I've got a sealed Walking Dead for 360 Special Edition. Up here, I've got the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition. Up there's my Barcode Battler, my Atari Lynx Model 1, the Oregon Trail. I've got a Blue Wii. Back there, I've got a PS1 Mini, or I guess not Mini, but like the revamped version. An NES Challenge set, and then that is the Commodore 64 Mini in the very corner. Now for the cream of the crop of my collection, my GameCube collection. Again, I've sold my entire collection. I really did miss it, but I worked hard to rebuild, and I think I'm doing pretty dang good. So let's take a quick look. Here's Most Holy Grails. Excuse me. Here is Most Holy Grails for the Nintendo GameCube. Metroid Prime Wind Waker combo. Got the Bonks remake, Zelda Wind Waker with Master Quest bundle. This is my original Platinum GameCube box from when I was a kid, bought it new. Got a Game Boy player there. This is the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. Here's the Pokemon XD Super Pack. I love that box art. Glad to have that back. The Adventure Island remake. Here's the limited edition cover art for Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Just a standard black console box. And then the super rare Pokemon Coliseum Jirachi bonus all in one case. This side here, I've got some imports and other big boxes. Doshin the Giant. Got Dream Mix TV World Fighters. Then I got like a freeloader there. This is the super cool GameCube keyboard controller. Got a sealed action replay there. We got the really rare NHL 2004 blue jersey variant. Then got some more big boxes here, a sealed RoboCop. And then my Indigo GameCube with this green on top. And Tails is sitting on top of there. Now, for the games. This is my second time collecting the entire set. It was a blast. Doing it twice, wow. I really knew what to do this time. You know, it's good to go in collecting a set with experience because you know what to get at what time before prices inflate. That's how I ended up with a lot of rares right off the bat. Heck, one of my first games was Rally Championship, I believe. So this is all 554 unique titles for the Nintendo GameCube. That there is my GameCube placeholder that my son made me, so when you pull a game out, you stick that in there. This time, I actually put them all in these protectors, because last time, in and out, in and out, in and out, it really put a lot of wear on the cover arts, so, or the cases. So, yeah, happy to do that. Wasn't cheap, though, I'll tell you that. So that's the GameCube collection of the Game Room. So carrying on the floor here, we've got a big Boo beanbag. This corner here, I kind of got like a mini Zelda shrine here, showing a lot of my cool Zelda stuff, including the Majora's Mask 3DS, the soundtrack, the Legend of Zelda Strategy Guide treasure chest with the Majora's Mask one on top, which it should have came with. Got the Ocarina of Time 3DS there. Then I got some more big box sets. Moving up, my kind of mini Pokemon shrine. I've got the Pokemon Burger King special edition Pokeballs with the gold Pokemon cards. I've got here Pokemon Teaches Typing. I've got a sealed Dialga and Palkia Pokemon DS Lite. Bunch of figures. We got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon and Sun and Moon steel case sets. Some Pokemon badges behind Mega Blaziken. And the Pokemon 20th Anniversary new 3DS. And then my original childhood Pokedex. Moving up, this is my Super Nintendo little mini shelf. Got the fight stick there, SNES Mini, Super Noah Arc 3D. We got Jerry Boy, which is the Japanese version of Smart Ball. And then I've got the Super Game Boy box, the Super NES Control Deck, the redesigned version of the Super Nintendo, complete in box. And then I've got the Super NES Multi-Tap for Bomberman. I've got the new Nintendo 3DS XL, Super Nintendo version, and then a Super Nintendo controller, the redesign. Moving up, I've got the NES Advantage fight stick, the NES Classic. Got the NES Classic controller, and then a set of original NES controllers. Here I've got the Power Glove, classic Mario figure there. Captain N, the Game Master complete series on DVD. The NES Top Loader complete in box. Up here is my Bowser shrine. Again, Bowser is my favorite video game character, so gotta have some dedicated love to Bowser. Just a bunch of random Bowser things in here. The Bowser Wiimote's super cool. Japanese version of Mario RPG. Bowser Hot Wheel. Bowser mug. Bowser controller. Yeah, super cool. And then finally up here, these are my top 10 favorite games of all time. Not in really any super particular order, but Donkey Kong Country 2. Got Dixie in front. Left 4 Dead 2. Pikmin, Pokemon Heart Gold, Fire Emblem Warriors, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Red, Super Mario RPG, Mega Man 2, and Earthbound. Now, I would have my Mega Man 2 box up here, but it's elsewhere. Now, we've got these 4 display cabinets here. Up top here we got my Amiga CD32 box, got my Switch Lite box, my Magnavox CDI box, the Rollin' Rocker inside the box. They're sitting on top of my Miracle Piano complete in box. Then I got a Piranha Plant lamp, an iPad PSP camera set sealed, my Pokemon N64 Pikachu box, some more random boxes there. The Last of Us Survival Edition, my Neo Geo my Neo Geo CD box. Got a CDI controller box there, a turbo pad, and an NES Max. My Genesis Model 2, my Sega Master System, my Vader Atari 2600, my Sears Telegames 2600, my Sega Genesis Model 1, my Sega CD, my Sega Genesis Model 3, the Power Glove box, the Sega 32X, and then Super Smash Bros. For Wii U Special Edition, big box. Alright, over here we have my Pikmin Shrine. Again, Pikmin's my favorite game of all time. So I got Pikmin 1 and 2 strategy guides in here, some stuffies, amiibos, both issues of Pikmin Nintendo Power for Pikmin 1 and 2. Got the Japanese versions of Pikmin 1 and 2 there. And then my little Pikmin gathering there. And then I have this Pikmin 3 poster that made a really great backdrop. Under that, we have my Fire Emblem shelf. So I've got Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. I got Fire Emblem Three Houses, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, Fire Emblem Warriors, Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition, the original Fire Emblem for Game Boy Advance, and then Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones, that one's sealed, and then a not for resale version of Sacred Stones. Then some Fire Emblem amiibos, including the female Robin I made, and then a Figma Lucina figure. Now here's my Mega Man shelf. We've got Mega Man Legacy Collection for Switch 1 and 2 there. Got Mega Man Powered Up and Mega Man Maverick Hunter dual pack for PSP, sealed. That thing's super rare. Mega Man helmet there. I've got my Mega Man 7 box. I've got Mega Man Legacy Collection with the Gold Amiibo for 3DS. I've got Mega Man 11, the big box. Got a Mega Man and Sonic comic in the back there. A couple of Mega Man Amiibo. We got Mega Man 8. I've got Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Game Boy in box. And then Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 on NES. And then Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 on NES. And another Mega Man figure. Moving down, we've got a bunch of Sony stuff. Some of my favorite Sony stuff. We got Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles on PSP. Got Silent Hill Shattered Memories on PSP, two of my favorite PSP games. Here I've got Spider-Man 3 Collector's Edition on PS3. Got Air Gaze, Clock Tower 1 and 2 on PS1. Lemmings on PSP. Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, PSP. The Ultimate Spider-Man Limited Edition for PS2. Got Africa on PS3. And then I have the Horror Trifecta, Kuon, Rule of Rose, and Haunting Ground. Behind Kuon, we got some notable PS2 games, Biker Mice from Mars, Dog's Life, Disaster Report, and Mr. Mosquito. Those two are super fun hidden gems. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Clock Tower 3. Behind Rule of Rose, this is the Bully Locker Edition that came with a dodgeball, which is super cool. Never see that anywhere. There goes Haunting Ground. Behind Haunting Ground, which just fell, we got Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4, Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3. I love survival horror games. So that's it for that shelf. Let's move on to the next one here. At the bottom here, I've got the Sega Sonic Mania statue here. Kid loves that. Then I got a Sonic the Hedgehog Crash Course board game there. And then I have the Sega Genesis Clear Blue wired 6-button controller there. Up here I have a copy of Elf for the Master System, Seaman for Dreamcast, my Sega Sports Dreamcast with its box, and on top there I've got my Sega Master System. Up here is the Japanese orange Pikachu N64. Then I have the blue Japanese Pikachu N64, both with matching controllers. Up here, my favorite Pokemon N64. This is the PAL Pokemon Stadium N64 from Australia and Europe with the matching controller. I love that thing. And then the North American Pikachu N64 with matching controller. And they're all surrounded by some evolutions. Next shelf here, PS1 love. First thing you see is the Misadventures of Tron. And then Silent Hill, my favorite PS1 game. And Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Who doesn't love that game? They're sitting on a PS1 multi-tap box there. And then a PS1 console box. Get that back on there. Then I have the PS1 Mini with the portable screen and then the screen box behind it. This is a little PS1 controller light. Here I've got the collector's edition of Spyro. Then I got long box Lemmings there. Long box Resident Evil 1 there. This here is the PlayStation Magazine Demo Disc 16. This demo disc single-handedly started my love for horror games. It had a Silent Hill demo on it. I did a video on that a long time ago. Yeah, that demo disc, super important in my gaming history. Moving down, we have some Wii and Wii U stuff. That white screen in the back is the portable screen for the Wii. There's a white Wii U Pro controller, my white Wii U tablet. There's the classic Wii with matching controller, the blue Wii with matching controller, red Wii with matching controller, and then the black Wii with matching controller. You may have noticed I don't have a Wii Mini here. It's complete in box and put in the closet because it's not important enough. Down here we have some really wacky controllers. This is the Wu-Tang controller. This is the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller for PS2. This is my Ice Blue GameCube controller, the custom controller. And then here is the Hip Gear GameCube controller with a built-in screen. At the bottom here, we have my original Xbox, the clear green, the clear blue, and then the crystal. Finally, just got some random stuff in this shelf here. This is the Sega Channel box, Sega 32X Night Trap, Sega CD 32X version of Night Trap. Here I've got my Open R Zone, which is great for punishing friends. I've got my Sega power base converter there. I've got a Hyperscan complete in box. What a turd. My rarest Sega Saturn game, Batman Forever. I've got a Genesis Model 3 here. My Ouya, and then here is the actual Sega channel. Below this is some pretty notable handheld stuff. I've got my Nokia N-Gage there. My childhood Double Dragon Tiger handheld. Lots of memories with that piece of crap. I've got my Gizmondo, my Sega Game Gear. Under that is my Neo Geo Pocket Color. I've got my Lynx Model 2, and then a complete in box Gamecom. My Sega Nomad. I've got my PSP Go. I've got a Mario Bros. Game & Watch sitting on my blue, aqua blue PS Vita. Another Game & Watch for Mario Bros. The Club Nintendo Game & Watch Ball, and then my Famicom Game Boy Micro. Got some more cool controllers here. I've got the Ocean Blue one there in the back for Xbox One, a clear PS4 controller, and then the 500 million PS4 controller. They're sitting on the super cool Slime PS4 controller. I've got the two Polka Tekken controls for Wii U and Switch. And in the very back there, I've got the Minecraft Pig and Creeper controller. You see that back there. Finally on this shelf, I have my 360s. I have the Star Wars Xbox 360 with C-3PO controller. 2 copies of Dead Rising 2 Zombrex Edition, one sealed, one open. My Resident Evil 4 360. Death Smiles Collector's Edition. And then the Halo Xbox 360. Over here, I got this sealed, brand new, and I opened it up. Maybe that's silly, but it's an official Atari 2600 ET roof hanger. This thing is so cool. I'm glad I opened it. It really adds to the game room. In here is my closet. It honestly just has a bunch of overflow boxes and stuff I don't have room to display. Stuff like the Days Gone special edition there and my Odyssey 2. At the top of the closet here, I just got some more NES games. These aren't childhood games, really, but I got the boxes anyway. They're cool. I've got a sealed copy of Legend of Zelda. I got Link's The Adventures of Link, Castlevania, Ice Climber, Bucky O'Hare, Silver Surfer. Now, Bucky O'Hare and Silver Surfer were rentals for me back in the day. Action 52 and then Cheetahman 1 and 2. Now, this dresser here is something special. Tucked away in the game room, but they're here. This is my complete Nintendo Power set. At the front there I got some strategy guides, but this is all 285 issues of Nintendo Power. Another thing that I absolutely love in my collection is having every Nintendo Power. Now, for those that may pause and zoom in, issues 1 and 285 actually aren't here. They're on my wall out in the game room. So yeah, that's my Nintendo Power set. I'd really love to have a better way to display those one day, because they're kind of tucked away. And then the two drawers here, I just got some more TV shows I like. And in the bottom drawer there, it's a bunch of strategy guides, which is a huge mess. Moving on, up here, I've got this really cool in-store promo cube. Has Super Mario Party on one side, Super Smash Bros. On the other, and then Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu on the other two sides. It's sitting on top of my Zippo display cabinet. These Zippo display cabinets work perfect for Game Boy games. Games sit perfectly inside there. Display nice, it rotates, it lights up. I did a whole video on this. It's a super awesome eye catcher coming into any game room. Some notable stuff here, I got some Castlevanias on GBA. All the like classics, the greats. Got some Donkey Kong Lands. A lot of childhood games here I like to display. Again, nails and scales, you gotta play it. And then here we got the Pokemon games, Zeldas, Wario's, must plays. And then coming up on the next round here, we got some notable GBA stuff like Magical Quest 1, 2, and 3, Pocky and Rocky as well. Here's Mega Man 1 through 5, Kid Dracula, Spuds and Amazing Tater, Snow Bros, Wendy, Every Which Way, the Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 Dual Kart, the Castlevanias, Spider-Man games, Ghostbusters. So yeah, that's a really cool display. If you have a chance to get one of these things, you should get it. Tucked in behind there, I've actually got some more N64 boxes here that stretch all the way over there. These are just more childhood N64 games. Unfortunately, yeah, Superman. 1080, I love that game. Excite Bike was a lot of fun. They're kind of hidden away, unfortunately. Here's my second promo cube that my wife got me. I've got an Xbox light up here. And then I've got this old CD rack for free at a garage sale. And it works excellent for PS1 games, my TurboGrafx games, CDI games, Amiga games, Jaguar CD. Yeah, it's perfect. So that works really well in any game room. Over here I've got a copy of Action 52. And then here in the middle of this I've got the Leon Kennedy Resident Evil 2 remake figure. Here are some of my more higher end Super Nintendo games: SOS, Biker Mice from Mars, Mega Man 7, Ghoul Patrol, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Demon's Crest, Castlevania, Dracula X, Pocky and Rocky, and Pocky and Rocky 2. On the side here, KK Slider makes another appearance. And then Snow Bros. Again, one of my favorite childhood games and just super nostalgic. On the back side, we've got Mario Paint, big box. Those are all sitting on this shelf here. Inside this shelf, my Virtual Boy. That thing's actually pretty fun. Awesome to play for 15 minutes. Then here's my Game Boy Advance shelf. My favorite Game Boy Advance, the Platinum. Got a sealed e-reader set there. And then I've got my Game Boy Micro, my NES GBA SP, a blue GBA SP behind the Micro. The one Mario Party nobody ever talks about or even knows about. The Mario Party e-reader game. It's a full-on Mario Party game. Down here is my DS section. I've got the blue Super Smash Bros. DS. I've got the original launch blue DS. I got a Pikachu 2DS XL. I've got the Crystal Red 2DS. The really cool Zelda Phantom Hourglass DS Lite with the matching case. And I got the Hylian Shield 2DS XL and then the Crystal Blue 2DS. And in the back here, kind of hard to see, but I got the NES 3DS XL. And then I got the original Cobalt Blue Luigi's Mansion 3DS. And then right there, that's the crystal. Right here, sorry, is the red Super Smash Bros. 3DS. So many DSs. Nobody needs this many, honestly. But there's so many cool ones. Bottom shelf. I've got a transparent clear soft box. Sorry, hard box. Original Game Boy. I've got a soft box original Game Boy. And then a hard box original Game Boy. Got a blue Game Boy camera. I got the Japanese Pikachu Pokemon printer. F1 Race, complete with the multi-tap. Me, my two brothers, and my sister used to play this as kids, so this was super nostalgic for me. Got Game Boy printer there in the box. I've got another clear, transparent original Game Boy here with the hard plastic case. Got an ice blue limited edition Game Boy Pocket, and then a transparent Game Boy Pocket. Alright. Beside this, we have the Arcade 1-Up Mortal Kombat. I absolutely love Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, as I've said previously in this video. So when I was able to get this, I was like, yes, this is the only Arcade 1-Up I want. Yeah, I love this. This thing's a lot of fun. I had the volume off because it's actually super loud. But yeah, so I love this thing. I'm happy with the quality. I have no issues playing it and getting hard on it. So yeah, really love the Arcade 1-Up of Mortal Kombat. I do have to admit, it's a little short for me, but I make it work. I just love the look of it. It's the next best thing to having an official Mortal Kombat arcade. Plus you get 1, 2, and Ultimate in it, so. Alright, up here, got some more N64 boxes. This is kind of my Pokemon corner. Got Hey You Pikachu, Stadium 1 and 2, Pokemon Puzzle League, that's such a good game. And then I got Mortal Kombat Trilogy 4 and Star Wars Episode Racer. Now, I don't collect Pokemon cards, but I did get 3 sets for my 3 favorite Pokemon. I got this Luxray set, this Umbreon set, and this Arcanine set. In the back corner there, I've just got a printout from my Pokemon Snap Station of Arcanine from Pokemon Stadium 1. Over here, I have a not for resale version of Pokemon Stadium, Japanese version of Pokemon Snap, randomly Toy Story 2 complete in box, and super randomly the Super Mario RPG Legends of the 7 Stars official strategy guide. Up here I've got a complete in box Pokemon Snap for N64. Got a couple of Pokemon VHS tapes there, some figures, Pokemon Snap guides and Nintendo powers, and then my Pikachu VCR. Yeah, this thing's awesome. And that's all sitting on my Blockbuster Pokemon Snap Station. This is in my top 5 favorite things as well. I got this from a guy before. Super cheap, wasn't working, put some work into it, and now it's 100% functional. It prints, it works, it's amazing. Not the best condition, such as the rip on the front label here, but what do? I got one. I never dreamed of having one because I used to go to Blockbuster and print my pictures, and yeah, this is probably my holy grail in my collection. This thing is amazing. And what's really cool is I still have a bunch of paper for it. Alright, so that's going to wrap up the final game room tour. There was a lot to look at. I appreciate everyone hanging out and watching the game room tour, coming along for the ride. What was your favorite thing in my collection? I'd love to know in the comments, so be sure to let us know. Alright, that's going to do it. I will see you guys in the new house. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's video. Be sure to follow me on social media. More information in the description below. Be sure to check out my other videos. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. I am the Console Collector. I want to thank everybody for watching. And until the next video, happy gaming.